Hello everyone, this is Kleri from Shadow Moon Tarot. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to AstroTarot Series. Again, I'm filming back to back. I have just filmed an episode about the planets and the tarot cards, like the simplified meanings, and I want to do the same with the astrological signs, trying to help people remember the meanings and connect them to the cards. As I have said before, I am not an astrologer. I'm just someone who has studied astrology for a long time, and my goal with this series is to help people understand astrology enough to use them in tarot readings, and to explain how I use astrology when I read the tarot cards. Alright, now let's dive right in, and here I've got some information written down, so sorry if I'm looking down. I'm just making sure that I won't forget anything because it's quite a lot of information to remember. Right, let's start. First we have the Emperor, and as we all know, the Emperor is number 4, which is about stability, security, formation, foundation, having everything figured out and being in control, and it's about being a leader. Now this astrologically corresponds to Aries, and Aries, you can see the astrological symbol there. Aries is the first sign of the astrological cycle, and Aries is one that wants to lead the way, wants to go into new territories, is brave, is willing to take risks, is a warrior and also a great leader. But on the negative side, can be very childlike, immature, can act first and think later, and also can be fast and furious. Then we have the Hierophant. This card traditionally speaks about religion, tradition, following the rules by the book, maintaining the status quo, sharing the knowledge. Is about forgiveness, it's about being accepted by the public. And astrologically this corresponds to Taurus. Now Taurus being the second sign, after experiencing Aries going forward and like rushing in, this is about this sign says, whoa, let's take a step back, let's maintain what we have achieved. So here we have Taurus is we have someone who is the preserver. Is Taurus is all about going slow, being enduring and persistent and patient and avoiding risk, and it's all about values, and not only materialistic but also like anything that we value. Now on the negative side, Taurus can be someone who is caught up with social status, with material possessions, and it can be someone who is very headstrong. Next we have the Lovers, and the Lovers traditionally speaks about choice, options, about duality, about commitment, about aspects of the self and self-love, and astrologically is connected to Gemini. Gemini is the third astrological sign, and having seen the previous two and kind of being bored with Taurus who wants to maintain, you know, everything as is, Gemini is about, you know, curiosity, is about learning new skills, is about building networks and being social. On the negative side though, this duality can be expressed as infidelity, dishonesty and hidden agendas, and unfaithfulness. Now next we have the Chariot, and the Chariot is about decision making, about being determined to move forward, to keep the distractions put the distractions aside, and astrologically connects to Cancer. Now, the symbol of Cancer is the crab, and so this card speaks about protection, is about home, is about following our inner voice, security and tenacity. On the negative side, though, this may mean insecurity, may mean withdrawal under pressure, sideways strategies, because as we can see here, we have the Sphinx, and the Sphinx used to speak in riddles. So, so this card may speak about being enigmatic and not revealing the whole truth, and also about trust issues. Next we have Strength, and Strength is about confidence, is about personal power, is about being in control, is about gentle handling. What else? Is about self-love and acceptance, and astrologically is associated with Leo. Now, Leo, being almost in the middle of the astrological cycle, is one that wants to be in the spotlight. Leo is the performer, is the king, is the ruler, is kind and gentle and generous and honest and brave and self-sufficient, but also self-reliant. However, sometimes on the shadow side can be very bossy, controlling, very like seeking for attention, too proud, and he may love glamour and sparkle too much and being in charge. Next we have the Hermit. Obviously we can see that this is the exact opposite of Leo, right? This is about someone who wants to have time out, time alone, is being more spiritual, looking for answers, looking for knowledge, a more minimalistic and more meaningful way of living, and it speaks about humbleness. Now, astrologically is associated to Virgo, and Virgo is about is someone who wants to serve the others, who wants to help, who wants to build healthy routines, who is very what's the word, like cares a lot about health and the well-being, and also cares about details. Sometimes on the negative side, this attention to detail can become perfectionism, can become OCD, can become a desperate need to explain everything with logic and to have everything under control, and can also show someone who is very critical of others and of the self. This card can also speak about narrow-mindedness and about being so caught up with the detail that we cannot see the forest for the tree. And next we have Justice. As we all know, justice is about balance, is about fairness, is about equilibrium, and about hard decisions, and it is associated with Libra. Now, Libra is the sign that loves beauty, art, style, is all about charm and grace and making good impressions, and is a diplomat and is very very concerned about keeping the peace. Now, on the negative side, it can be so concerned about keeping the peace that that may be too willing to compromise, may be insincere, and quite often indecisive. Next, we have death. And death is all about death and rebirth, endings and new beginnings. It's about change and transition, and is associated with Scorpio. Now, Scorpio, coming after Libra, who wants to maintain the peace but is willing to do anything to keep the peace, is one that is looking for the truth, is looking deep. And Scorpio is characterized by stoic courage, intensity, passion, willpower, determination to find out the truth. It's like the image of still water running deep, is working in depth, at depth, whether it's doing a research, working in doing psychological work, or working in archaeology or whatever. It's also about inner control, loyalty and honesty. On the negative side though, this card may speak about possessiveness, domination, betrayal and revenge. Next we have Temperance, and Temperance, as we all know, is about keeping the harmony, bringing the opposites together. It's about discipline, moderation, using our resources mindfully, and is associated with Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius coming after Scorpio is haven't seen how deep and serious Scorpio is. Sagittarius takes a different approach. It's more lighthearted, it's more friendly, it's more outgoing, it's more optimistic. And also the symbol of Sagittarius is the center, or connected to Chiron. So this card is connected to healing. It's about philosophical thinking. Is about seeing the bigger picture, broadening our horizons. On the negative side, this card can speak about being blunt, over optimistic, too fond of freedom, and it can speak about aversion to commitment. Next, we have the Devil. As you can see, that's the total opposite again. Here we are talking about boundaries, about addictions, about control and power issues, about manipulation, temptation, what else? Responsibility and frustration, and this connects to Capricorn. Now, Capricorn coming after the freedom-loving Sagittarius says, oh, hold on, I don't want to be all over the place. I want to become something. I want to be successful. So I have a plan. I want structure, and I'm willing to work hard. And this is also about discipline. Now, on the negative side, that means that someone may be a workaholic, too serious, ruthless, desperate to become someone and to be recognized by the community. And also it can show someone who is power thirsty. Next we have the Star, and the Star is all about hope, guidance, acceptance, self-acceptance and understanding. Is about gratitude and appreciation, is about purity and peace of mind. And astrologically this is associated to Aquarius, and Aquarius is the idealist of the astrological cycle. Is someone who wants to benefit humanity, who's got all these big ideas and is being inventive and creative and has very rational intellect. Now, on the negative side though, this can be a rebel. This can be someone who is very unconventional, who is a rule breaker, and can be very emotionally cold and detached. And last but not least, we have the moon. As we all know, the moon in tarot means represents our fears, our instincts, our subconscious, things that are hidden in the dark. Is about reflection as well and inner conflict, and astrologically this is associated with the Pisces. Pisces are like the two fish that go into different directions, so we can see this inner conflict there as well. But also, being the last sign of the astrological cycle, Pisces is the archetype of the artist, the dreamer. The romance is the one that believes in magic and enchantment and charity and saving the world. But on the negative side, this can be someone who is elusive, overwhelmed by emotions, and someone who is prone to addictions and who wants to desperately to escape the ordinary world. So it's about escaping reality. And here we can round off this episode. I hope you found it helpful. If you did so, please hit the like and subscribe button, and if you want to stay connected, hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I post the next video. Thank you all for watching and for your support. Until next time, much love. Bye bye.